Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Kater U.S.A. official YouTube channel. Get ready to soar high above the clouds, unleash your heat vision, and save the day, because today we're diving headfirst into the exhilarating, sometimes messy, and often misunderstood world of Superman video games. The Man of Steel has had a long and complicated journey in the gaming world, from pixelated punch fests to sprawling open-world adventures. Developers have constantly tried to answer the age-old question, how do you make a game where you're basically invincible, still fun? We've flown across every console era, laser-eyed the Metacritic scores, and lifted the heaviest cartridges out of gaming's past to bring you the definitive list of Krypton's finest. So grab your cape, because these are the top 10 best Superman games of all time. Kicking things off at number 10 is a handheld title that often flies under the radar, Countdown to Apocalypse. While it never reached blockbuster status, it carved out its place as a surprisingly solid isometric brawler. Packed with vibrant visuals and tight controls, this Game Boy Advance gem has you squaring off against apocalyptic threats in bite-sized missions that play surprisingly well on the go. The real charm comes from its inspiration, Superman the Animated Series. Everything from the sleek art direction to the appearance of classic foes like Kalibak and Darkseid feels right at home with longtime DC fans. It might not push boundaries, but it's a well-executed piece of handheld heroism. Don't let the rough critical reception of our 9th entry fool you. There's ambition here. Released exclusively on the original Xbox, The Man of Steel was one of the earliest attempts to truly capture Superman's powers in a 3D environment. While the controls were clunky and missions a bit repetitive, flying across Metropolis, hearing the booming soundtrack, and battling villains like Mongol and Metallo made for moments of genuine superhero bliss. With better polish, this could have been a classic, but even in its flawed state, it offered fans a promising blueprint of what Superman games could be. What's better than Superman? Superman fighting alongside the rest of the Justice League. Justice League heroes might not have had that flashiness of Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, but it delivered a solid, satisfying action RPG with real heart worthy of its placement at number 8 on our list. Playing as Superman, you'll simultaneously feel powerful without being overpowered, whether you're smashing through robotic hordes or unleashing heat vision on Doomsday. The gameplay is fast and fun. Plus, with voice work from DC animated veterans and a wide roster of playable heroes, it felt like a love letter to longtime fans of the league. Our 7th spot is perfect for fans of the Man of Steel's animated adventures. Shadow of Apocalypse is beautifully faithful to Superman the Animated Series, nailing the iconic visual style and bringing back its voice cast for a game that oozes cartoon authenticity. The missions range from stopping heists to battling giant robots, and while the gameplay doesn't reinvent the wheel, the charm of seeing Supes in a world so lovingly recreated is hard to ignore. Add in a surprisingly deep use of superpowers, flight, X-ray vision, freeze breath, and you've got a charming superhero experience, even if it's a little rough around the edges. Supes in Mortal Kombat? It happened, and weirdly, it worked. While fatalities were toned down and the overall tone was more PG-13 than Mortal Kombat typically offers, Mortal Kombat vs. DC earns its spot at number 6 by giving fans an unprecedented crossover. Superman was a heavy hitter with punishing combos, and the storyline explored what happens when DC heroes meet the brutality of Mortal Kombat. It paved the way for something even greater, which brings us to NetherRealm's Injustice: Gods Among Us. It took the Superman mythos and flipped it on its head. What happens when the world's greatest hero loses everything and becomes a tyrant? Superman's descent into authoritarian rule creates one of the most compelling DC storylines in any medium. On top of that, the gameplay is top tier, cinematic, polished, and packed with insane super moves. Yes, launching enemies into space never gets old. This was the moment Superman became more than just a playable character, he became a complex, conflicted legend. The sequel flies in at number 4, upping the ante across the board with better visuals, deeper combat, more story twists, and a fantastic gear system that lets you style your Superman however you want. Was he a red-caped beacon of hope or a black-suited overlord? Every punch feels meaty, every fight is cinematic, and the story blends multiverse madness with personal stakes that make Superman more human than ever before. It's easily one of the greatest DC games ever made. Who said Superman can't be adorable? Our number 3 entry, Lego Batman 2, is a joyful, hilarious romp through Gotham and Metropolis, introducing fully voiced characters and an open world packed with secrets. Superman steals the show. Flying around Gotham to the triumphant notes of John Williams' theme is pure magic, and his powers, heat vision, freeze breath, invulnerability, make him one of the most fun characters in the game. For kids and longtime fans alike, this is Superman at his most charming. Our number 2 spot sees us travel back to the golden age of arcade glory. Superman Arcade is a colorful, explosive side-scrolling brawler where you and a friend can play as a red or blue Superman to punch through waves of enemies and save the world. It's pure, unfiltered fun, easy to play, hard to forget. With massive explosions, classic villains, and addictive co-op, this game captured the Saturday morning cartoon spirit of Superman in all its glory. Now, before we get to our number 1 pick, let's take a quick break to tell you about Kater U.S.A, the one-stop shop for all your gaming needs. Just copy the link in the description or go to KaterUSA Dot Com and lose yourself in the sea of titles ranging from the Nintendo 3DS to the PlayStation 5. With such a wide selection, you're sure to find whatever it is you're looking for, and better yet, you'll be able to buy it for the lowest prices around. With over 66,000 games sold and a 100% customer satisfaction rate, you know your gaming needs are in good hands with us. At last, we reached the top, our number 1 spot, and yes, it's a controversial pick, but Superman Returns gave fans something they had dreamed about for years: a fully open world Metropolis and a free-flying Superman. Was it rough around the edges? Sure. But the feeling of flying above skyscrapers, extinguishing fires with freeze breath, and battling massive threats like a tornado or Mongol gave players a sense of scale and power no Superman game had ever achieved. The health system didn't track Superman's health, it tracked the city's, reinforcing the idea that his mission is to protect others, not himself. That concept alone is brilliant. It may not have been perfect, but it was ambitious, heartfelt, and remains the closest we've gotten to truly being Superman. And that's our list. From legendary crossovers to retro beat-em-ups and open-world ambitions, Superman's gaming history has been as complex as his comic book legacy. But these 10 titles stand tall as the best of the best. Did your favorite make the list? Are there any games that you think should be ranked higher? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed soaring through gaming history with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next countdown. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we very much look forward to seeing you in the next one. Happy gaming!